Let's start with a simple picture. Imagine your emotions are an elevator, and every floor represents a feeling. Down in the basement, that's shame, guilt, and fear. The middle floors, worry, frustration, self doubt. But the top floors, joy, confidence, gratitude, and hope. Now, here's the deal, most people live somewhere in the middle. They're not exactly rock bottom, but they're not at their highest self either. And you know what keeps them there? They forget one simple truth. You can press the button. You're not stuck on one emotional floor. You can choose to go up, not by pretending everything's fine, but by being intentional with your thoughts. Let's say gratitude gets you one floor up. How about breathing deeply? That gets you another floor up. How about speaking kindly to yourself? That's another elevator button. And every time you move up, even just a little bit, you shift your entire state. Now, this is not overnight, but over time, you begin to reset your default level. And that's the real power. You're not stuck. You're not broken. You just haven't been pushing the right button. Let's talk about something that steals a lot of peace. That little voice that says, you're not good enough. You'll never change. You always screw this up. Does that sound familiar? We all have had to deal with that little voice inside. But here's the truth most people never hear. Feelings aren't facts. Just because you feel like a failure, that doesn't mean you are one. Just because you feel stuck doesn't mean that there's no way forward. Your brain has this protective mechanism. It tries to keep you safe by anticipating pain, but safety and joy don't always live in the same room. So sometimes the brain, hey, it gets it wrong. It sends fear when you need courage. It sends doubt when you need hope. And your job is to check the facts, to ask, is this true? Or is this just how I feel right now? Make sense? You'd be amazed at how many thoughts lose their grip once they're challenged. Imagine your mind like a car. Now ask yourself, who's driving? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it anger? Is it the old stories you tell yourself? Are you driving? You have to ask yourself that question because most of us spend years in the back seat letting our past drive, letting our trauma take the wheel, letting old labels from teachers and parents or toxic relationships control the direction. But listen to me, you are the driver. You can adjust the mirrors. You can take a new route. You can slow down or you can speed up. Yes, your past may have shaped that car, but it doesn't get to steer it anymore. Today, you get to grab the wheel. And yeah, maybe you'll stall out a few times. Maybe you'll hit a few potholes, but it's your road now. You're in control. Take command. And you don't need a perfect map. You just need the courage to turn that key to get things started. Let's take it straight from me right now. Most people, they're not lazy, they're not weak, and they're not doomed. They're just tired of fighting the battles inside their own heads every single day. They want to move forward, but something's holding them back. And it's not outside forces. It's that inner whisper that says, don't try, don't fail again, don't be seen. So they end up staying stuck, not because they're incapable, but because they haven't learned how to handle that voice inside. Let me tell you something. That voice, it's not your truth. It's just a scared part of you trying to keep you safe. It's trying to avoid pain. It's trying to protect you from rejection. But if you want a new life, you've got to learn how to answer back. Not with anger, not with force, but with truth. Speak truth to fear, and fear shrinks. Speak truth to doubt, and doubt dissolves. Speak truth to shame, and shame fades. You don't break through by fighting yourself. You grow by getting curious. What's this really all about? Ask yourself. What do I need to do right now? How would I treat a friend feeling this way? This is how healing starts to begin. It's not by pushing harder. It's by understanding deeper. Let me tell you something a wise mentor once told me. You don't find happiness. You think yourself into it. Now, that might sound simple, but it's powerful because our brains are constantly narrating the world around us. And that inner voice, it either becomes your prison or your passport. Here's the truth. Your thoughts aren't just background noise. They're wiring your brain every single day. So if you're constantly thinking, I'm always behind, no one sees me, I'll never be enough, your brain, it starts treating those thoughts as instructions. It builds neural pathways to support them. But if you shift those thoughts even slightly, you begin to build a different brain. Neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity, the ability for your brain to physically change based on what you think, say, and feel. So the practice: catch the thought, challenge it, change it, not with toxic positivity, but with honest reframing. Instead of I'm stuck, try I'm learning. Instead of I'm failing, try I'm building. Instead of I'm not enough, try I'm evolving. And say it out loud, because the brain responds to your own voice. Say it with your chest, say it in the mirror, say it in the car, whisper it if you have to, but speak life over yourself. It's not magic, it's not hype, it's science, and it works. Do you ever have one of those drawers in your kitchen? You know the one, full of batteries that might be dead, rubber bands, keys you don't even recognize. We all have a junk drawer. And guess what? Most of us have one in our mind too, full of old emotions we never sorted through, things we never faced, never processed, never let go. We just shove them into a corner and close the drawer. But over time, that drawer gets full. It starts to jam. It gets harder and harder to close. It's the same thing with your heart. You hold on to past failures, old relationships, painful memories, shame from choices you made a decade ago. And it all adds up, and it adds weight to your present. You're not broken. You're just carrying too much. The truth: you can't move freely when you're packed full of emotional clutter. It slows your energy. It clouds your vision. It poisons your progress. So what do? We open the drawer, one item at a time. We hold up a fear or an old wound, and then we ask, do I still need this? Is this helping me grow or holding me back? And then we make a choice to either process it or let it go, to journal about it, to speak it out loud, to pray over it, to cry if we need to clear the drawer. Because here's what happens when you do: you create space, mental space, emotional space, creative space. And that space, that's where your next level lives. Not buried under old baggage, but in freedom. You reclaim when you decide to finally Let's talk a little bit about your daily action. Not big, not dramatic change, but consistent, intentional rewiring. See, your brain isn't changed by inspiration. It's changed by repetition. You want to think better? You've got to practice thinking better. You want to feel more confident? You've got to train that confidence like a muscle. And the tool to do that is a daily ritual. Call it whatever you want: morning practice, mindset, reset, rewire time. I mean, whatever you floats your boat, whatever's going to get you to take action. Here's what it can look like: stillness first. Okay. Take 2 to 5 minutes of quiet breathing. Let your body settle. Let your mind slow down. Second thing is the gratitude second. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be small, could be your coffee. I know I'm grateful for my coffee every morning. It could be your breath, your warm bed, the covers that keep you warm at night, the roof over your head. Gratitude rewires your attention towards the good. How about an identity shift? Write this sentence: I am becoming the kinds of person who. I am becoming the kinds of person who. And finish it in a way that aligns with your growth. Example here: I am becoming the kinds of person who speaks kindly to myself under pressure. I am becoming the kind of person who shows up even when I feel doubt. Micro action. Take one small step forward towards the life you want. Not a giant leap, a tiny move. It's like send the email, record the 1 minute voice note, look up that course. You have to celebrate. Write it down. Say it out loud. Give yourself credit, because your brain learns through reward. This practice, Does it sound good? It doesn't feel great, but it's building new neural wiring. It teaches your brain, this is who I am now. And over time, that becomes the truth. Not because the world says so, but because you decided it. Let me leave you with this. The life you want isn't as far off as it feels. It's one thought away, one habit away, one brave moment away. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to move forward with your fear. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next step. And you don't need anyone's permission. You've always had the power. You were born for more than survival. You were born for joy, for impact, for growth, for freedom. So today, choose your mood, choose your mindset, choose your next step. Hey, if this message moved you in any direction forward, please do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe to Mind Hackers, share this with someone who's been stuck, and drop a comment below with your biggest takeaway or the one thought you're choosing to believe this week. Let's build this community together, one rewired mind at a time. I'm rooting for you always. Thanks for watching.